The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
It's time for a crunch or two. It's time for a little something something. It's time for the Snack Authority. The Snack Authority. The authority on snacks. Snacks of all kinds. From the most common and wildly famous to the most obscure and unknown. The Snack Authority. Snacking all the time so you don't have to.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Snack Authority, broadcasting live from the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. The Snack Authority is a weekly podcast where we dig into the history, tastes, and flavors of local snacks, national favorites. Yes, that's what we're doing today. And even some bizarre and international treats alone or into head-to-head battles. Welcome back, everybody. Our panel here is Ed off to the side. We don't see him. Hi, Ed.
How are you today?
Back with us is Phil. Phil, welcome back.
Thank you, Dave. Good to be back.
Today's snack sort of came from a discussion you and I were having, whatever happened to the Heath Bar as a legitimate candy bar choice?
Absolutely, because you hear it mentioned as in mix-ins, fill-ins, extra added Heath Bar.
Heath cookies.
Yeah, but where is the Heath Bar? I haven't seen one in the longest time. Was it easy to find?
They're not too hard to find, but they're not everywhere. And, it's made from toffee, almonds, and milk chocolate. I never really think much about almonds when I eat a Heath Bar.
Right. And it's been around a long time?
Oh, it was originally marketed by a gentleman named L.S. Heath beginning in 1914.
Wow.
So it's old school.
Over 100 years old, the Heath Bar.
And it was independent for quite some time until it was acquired by Leaf in 1989, followed by an acquisition by Hershey in 1996.
Global takeover.
You ever been on that tour, the Hershey?
I haven't.
I have.
Have you?
You have?
Yes.
How was it?
I've been to Hershey. Nice.
It was good?
I've never
Nice.
been to Hershey.
Yeah.
Me neither.
I went to there and I probably gained about 10 pounds in a long weekend. And it was worth it. Big history there.
Did you buy any giant candy bars?
Yeah, I bought everything.
Everything.
I bought everything. The argument here is the Heath Bar a candy bar, a product that you eat by itself, or is it something that you put on your ice cream sundae or mix in with your this and that? Heath Bar, and do they make the Heath Bar and then break it?
Well, we're going to get into all of that.
All right.
All of this started around 1973. Do you know what else started in 1973?
I'm going to go with Steve's Ice Cream.
Exactly. You got it.
How do I know this? Because I lived there. That's where I lived.
Mm-hmm.
Somerville, Massachusetts. Yeah. And this guy was doing that. He was mixing in ice cream with these crazy things.
Yeah. The mix-ins. What mix-ins do you want?
And the Heath Bar was one of them. And I wasn't a big fan of the Heath Bar. It was an old candy bar.
Yep.
But I said, wow, that's interesting. And being a local, I tried a whole bunch of things. And boy, the Heath Bar is a great mix-in product.
Absolutely.
Because it doesn't break apart. It doesn't fall apart in ice cream.
Yeah. Like you got the Dairy Queen, you got like the Blizzards.
Yeah.
And they do the Heath Bar Blizzards. And they do, like I said,
it's
Ben
more like
Jerry's.
a Heath Bar dust by the time it gets in a blizzard.
Right.
Can I start digging in here?
Yeah, this is going to be a noisy episode, I think, because there's a lot of crunch to these. But
Ben and Jerry's, everything but that. They got, like I said, the big chunks of these, and it's phenomenal.
So after the whole Steve's thing, Heath Bars became a significant ingredient in ice cream and other confections because you see a whole bunch of ice creams with them, but you see cookies, all kinds of stuff made with them. Over time they've had different variations of this, which they no longer have.
This is a get stuck in your fillings.
Oh, yeah. Stuck in your teeth big time.
So you get some for later.
Snacks.
Yeah.
There used to be over time Heath Bar milk chocolate with peanuts, Heath milk chocolate toffee crunch, Heath milk chocolate with natural cereal and raisins. double Heath Bar. And in the 1980s, there was a Heath Toffee ice cream sandwich.
Seems to taste a little bit different from the last time I had it.
Now,
Is it thinner?
I think it's always been quite thin.
Yeah.
But you're right, it does look thinner than it usually is.
It's been a long time
It's been-
since I had a Heath Bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, whole.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's good.
Heath Bar's original manufacturer and then Hershey supported the incorporation of the candy bar into other confections by marketing a pre-shredded variety of it, right? When we were at the snack show, we saw some people that
Yeah.
were selling
That's what they
the
did.
pre-crushed. You'd go buy big bags of it. But many vendors choose to hand crumble the candy bars, finding the pre-crumbled variety to be too small and too dusty.
Kind of lose the flavor too.
Yeah,
If you chop it into dust, I'd rather have it be in chunks. So
Yeah.
you get the, if you're eating some kind of chocolate vanilla ice cream, then you're getting all three flavors together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
that was probably somebody's job at Steve's Ice Cream to break up the Heath bars.
Wow. I should have been paying more attention and thinking of what do I want here? Looking around, what's going on?
Well, let's talk a little news, shall we?
Yes.
You know Utz.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fan.
Yeah. They are undertaking a merger, and they're going to become a publicly traded company.
Oh.
So they're growing.
I could be an investor in Utz.
And Utz. And they're merging with Collier Creek Holdings, which is just a special purpose acquisition company. They've entered into an agreement to combine and form Utz Brands, is what it will be called. It will be traded on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol UTZ. Makes sense. They
Yeah.
got their whole name in there. Right?
Listen, their chips blow away any Lay's, Ruffles.
I agree.
Like,
Utz is really
not
good.
even close. Like,
Even-
honey barbecue.
Even
salt, vinegar.
Wise? We had some Wise at one point, right? But
I'd say they're pretty comparable, right?
Yeah. Wise is oily.
Yep. But Utz was founded in 1921, and over time they've acquired a whole bunch of different other companies and brands. So they've got Bachman, Jack's, Wachusett, Kitchen
Fan of
Cook,
Jack's as a cheese puff.
Cheeto, yeah.
The best.
and they did acquire Snyder of Berlin, and they're big in the pretzel game.
Pretzel, yeah.
So the company operates 14 manufacturing facilities in Pennsylvania, Alabama, Arizona, blah, blah, blah. So
Wow.
they're growing. Here we grow again.
Here we go again. And if we want to invest, we go to the New York Stock Exchange, and maybe every year for Christmas time, they send you a little bag of stuff.
That'd be nice, huh?
Okay,
Why not?
Just an idea for us big fans of the snack. That's what you do, and because you're part of the family. And have they had any new revelations or anything? You don't hear anything from Utz of, crazy Utz flavors or anything like that? No.
No, maybe some of that will start happening when they're a bigger public company.
When they got other people's money,
Yeah.
Yeah.
take bigger chances. It'll be interesting.
Well, here's a fallout from the pandemic. And the headline reads, Why brands like Oreo are cutting back on wacky flavors right now.
Because enough is enough. With
Yeah.
the flavors, enough.
Unfortunately, that's not the reason. The reason behind the move is that the manufacturing plants for these major companies, typically they have to pause production lines to change them over, to make these specialty items. But there's been such a significant uptick in demand for just the regular Oreos, they got to keep that line running all the time. So they don't have any spare manufacturing cycles
All right.
to undertake these other
They
projects.
could buy another machine, but
I don't know how many more flavors they can come out with.
no, it's enough.
You know
is
what
enough.
I mean?
All they're doing is eating their own.
Yeah,
Meaning
pretty much.
that if I was going to buy Oreos and they got, okay, double stuff, let me get the double stuff today.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I'm going to buy the regular one, too.
Right.
So you're just eating your own at this point. So just enough is enough. It was fun, but
Although the limited editions, you're going to sell them,
yeah.
but it's limited. So,
But if I was going to buy Oreos that day and I bought the limited edition, I bought it instead,
well, yes,
not as an additional thing.
that's
Right.
true.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
does it spark more attention to it? And is it possible I wasn't going to buy the Oreo at all that day and I did buy the limited edition? Yes, that is possible.
But Dave, don't try to talk them out of it. We'll run out of show material.
Well, but there's so many people that leave it alone and don't do anything, as in the Heath Bar.
Yeah.
Has there been Heath Bar with salt on it? So you got the English toffee, you got the chocolate. How about if you salted the outside of it? I'm just throwing it out there, folks. How about if instead of chocolate you put peanut butter on it? There we go. There's so much you can end up doing, but Oreo, enough.
Well,
Yeah, enough.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad idea to use this to dip into peanut butter.
So, well, the problem with holding the Heath Bar is the chocolate on the outside. It's not an M&M. It's you hold this, you get it all over your hands.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. So I don't know if it's a dipping type of thing because it's going to be a mess, especially during covert. I think dipping things are going to be a thing of the past.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah, it could be. So I wouldn't invest into the dipping part of it, but
And
a little sprinkle of peanut butter, a little what do I want to say? A little signature of
Well, you
peanut butter on
They
top.
have the Reese's makes the peanut butter sauce. It's like peanut butter sauce that you drizzle on a sundae or something, chocolate ice cream. You could drizzle it on top. That would be good.
Okay.
And the interesting thing is, do you know the Score bar?
Yeah.
SKOR.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
There's an
also
old one.
also made by Hershey's.
Oh, okay.
And they say they're a little bit different. Score is a crisp butter toffee, and this is an English toffee bar.
I
But
think they both taste the same.
they're both kind of let's call them marginal products. So why do you need two of them?
Does it seem like toffee is a old person's thing?
Toffee is pretty old school. Yeah.
Yeah. So your grandfather ate toffee because that was the candy on there. A little toffee candy. I'm trying to think of what it's called.
Werther's.
Werther's original. How
Werther's.
old can you? That's 1800s, right?
Yeah.
Although, when I go to the candy stores where they're making their own candy, I always like the milk chocolate covered toffee with the almonds on it.
Which is what you have here.
I don't have the almond pieces on it.
No,
like,
but supposedly almonds in it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh.
Very good.
it's good.
It's a treat. It's a treat. I haven't had it in a while.
Yeah.
So if you ate it every day,
It's
you
real.
would, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
But
it's really
if you had it
sweet.
once a year, it's a good treat. You know?
Maybe it is better as a topping
Yeah.
than by itself.
I think it might be. This is really sweet.
So that's why I say they could really do something by adding something to this. If it's selling more as a topping, then why would you not want to add something to this and then bring it to that
Right.
as opposed to people buying it
Right.
and people don't have to buy it as a Heath Bar. They could add chocolate and toffee to their product and just say chocolate and toffee, but they choose to put it as Heath for the reason that Heath is so popular, which it's not.
No.
But I don't understand the thing of it. I think Heath needs to get with the times and start adding stuff to it.
Right.
Not to the degree of Oreo, but let's step this up.
Dipped in peanut butter,
Yeah,
like a peanut butter outer coating on the whole thing, and then
yeah.
sky's
All
the
right.
limit. I mean,
So I'm with you on this. Final answer. It's a good ingredient.
It's better ingredient
better
than it is by itself.
Yep.
And not that there's anything wrong with it, but I'd rather have this on my ice cream.
Listen,
Right.
I would eat these anytime. If somebody said, want a Heath Bar?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
But when I'm in the candy aisle looking for candy bars, I don't know. I can't think of the circumstance where I reach for the Heath.
Yeah, better as a topping. Can we all agree?
Yeah,
Better
I
as
agree.
a topping.
Topping, for sure.
Three-way, huh?
We
got
settled
it?
something.
Topping.
Settled
for sure.
something. It's better as a topping. There's not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just better as a topping. Hey, thanks for listening to the Snack Authority. Tell your friends. Subscribe. Get people out there talking about the Snack Authority. Share it. Do all those nice things. If you have something to say to us, good, bad, or indifferent, thesnackauthority@gmail.com. If you have an idea for the show, let us know. We're trying to make it better. We'll catch you next time on the Snack Authority.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.